Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana. Earlier today, Raila Odinga landed in Eldoret town in style. And from those photos, you can see clearly that the rallies were well attended. A clear sign that the rallies were largely successful. Thus, Raila in Eldoret town was in Gishu County, William Ruto's home county. So in this video right now, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to really understand and dissect and see in clear terms why I strongly believe that Raila Amolo Odinga is actually beating William Ruto in the battle for the crowds. Raila is beating William Ruto in the battle for the crowds. That's our analysis and discussion today. So if in case you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very, very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Give it a like. Thank you. God bless you. Before we get into our analysis, I have a short clip here of what transpired in Eldoret town. I want you to have a look at this short clip, for it's also just going to give us a glimpse of exactly what transpired in Eldoret town today. Have a look at this short clip. That's Raila Amolo Odinga in Eldoret town today, William Ruto's home county. Yes. Why Raila is winning the war of the crowds against William Ruto. That's our analysis. Having looked at all the reasons and all the possibilities, I've come up, or rather I've settled on 5 strong reasons why I strongly believe Raila is winning the war for the crowds. The first reason, Ruto started his campaigns way too early. And he was doing his campaigns as if the elections were the following day. He was doing his campaigns very, very vigorously. And actually, William Ruto has traversed almost every corner of this country. To a point I tend to believe or feel that Kenyans are now bored of him. Kenyans want to see new faces. Kenyans want to see new faces. Because the same William Ruto face, he's been going to those places every day. So Kenyans are a little bit bored of him. They want to see new faces. And this is why in the few weeks, or rather in the last few days, you are seeing Raila's rallies attracting more crowds and huge crowds or even bigger crowds than William Ruto's rallies. A good example is what transpired in Nyahururu some few days ago. Before Raila visited Nyahururu, William Ruto a day before was also in Nyahururu. But if you compare William Ruto's crowds in Nyahururu and Raila's crowds in Nyahururu, Raila's crowds were way far much bigger than William Ruto's crowd. Just a confirmation that people are getting bored of William Ruto. They want to see new faces. And Raila comes out as the front runner in this kind of a battle. That's the first reason. Secondly, William Ruto is using a tired narrative. The same narrative he has been talking about since 2018 is the same narrative he's still talking of as of today. The hustlers, some people in a corner trying to elect leaders for Kenyans. Such kind of talks. Those are the same things William Ruto has been talking ever since. To a point now, he has become predictable. If he calls for a rally, residents there just know what William Ruto will say. He will just tell them about the hustlers, about some people in a corner planning to elect for them their leaders. So William Ruto has become predictable. While Raila Odinga comes out as somebody you cannot predict. You don't know what maybe is going to offer in maybe his next rally. Yes. So in a nutshell again, I believe William Ruto's narrative is using a third narrative. Kenyans maybe again want to hear something fresh or something new. And then thirdly, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at the way Raila plans his rallies, Raila's rallies are more organized and well more planned than William Ruto's rallies. A good example is when Raila was in northeastern Kenya. Before he went to northeastern Kenya, Raila met all the stakeholders, all the elders there, all the elected leaders, non-elected leaders, the youths, and these people were cutting across the political divide. After Raila had met these youths, then Raila stormed northern Kenya. So you can see clearly that before Raila holds a rally, he does not do them in a hurry, but he takes his time to meet the stakeholders first. They plan on how they are going to hold the rally, and they just execute that with a lot of perfection. So Raila has been able to attract huger crowds and even bigger crowds than William Ruto, because William Ruto's rallies, they seems to be a one-man show. That without William Ruto, there is no other strong person who can be able to bring the stakeholders together. But you see, if you look at Raila Amolo Odinga, he has got a team of equally very stronger individual personalities who can also mobilize on his behalf for his rallies to be successful. William Ruto is a one-man show. In fact, in the hustler thing, besides William Ruto, there is no any other notable face you can pinpoint that if William Ruto is not there, then this person can take over. But in Raila's camp, Raila has governors, he has very strong aspirants and very strong leaders on his side. That's something that is lacking in William Ruto's camp. And then fourthly, ladies and gentlemen, there is the system factor, or rather the deep state factor. You know, as of now, Raila seems to be enjoying the support of the system, the support of the deep state. So Raila's rallies cannot just be interrupted anyhowly. Because just recently, we saw William Ruto being heckled and almost being stoned in Kisii. Simply because William Ruto is an exposed animal. He doesn't have the backing of the system. And besides the backing of the system, it seems to appear again that in the areas he's going to hold those rallies, he is also largely unpopular in those areas. So his rallies can easily be interrupted, simply because in the first place, he doesn't have the blessing of the system. He is not in the good books with the system. He is constantly chiding and bearing the system. And then secondly, in those areas he's going to do those rallies, he is also largely very, very unpopular in those areas. So we have two scenarios here. He's putting his trust in the system to protect him. At the same time, he's chiding and mocking that system. Secondly, he's going to an area he's very, very unpopular. Yes. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, from the kind of attendance we have been seeing Kenyans turning out in large numbers to attend these Raila rallies, we can also just authoritatively and accurately say that Raila is just loved across the political divide. Raila is just loved. with or without mobilization. Raila is just loved. Because Raila attracting huge crowds, that is something that has not started today. For very many years, Raila has been attracting those huge crowds. And a clear indication again that with or without the system, with or without mobilization, Raila is just naturally loved by Kenyans. Kenyans have full confidence on this man Raila, or rather in this man Raila Amolo Odinga. That's also just an indication. Because from behind the scenes again, and from some reliable sources, we are told that William Ruto, before he holds a rally, he entices people with cash and handouts. So assuming he does not use cash or a handout, likely his rallies will not be attended. That is something that does not happen with Raila Amolo Odinga. In fact, Raila is being chided as being Konogamu. So his rallies are being attended by people who truly just love Raila for who he is. True natural love. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, I know there might be other reasons why Raila is actually winning this war of the crowds against William Ruto. But I strongly believe that these 5 reasons I've given out states, or rather, comes out very, very clearly as to why Raila is winning this war. I don't know what you think, folks, but you can drop your comment so that I can also know what you also think about this topic. Otherwise, just as I did indicate when you were starting, if you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very, very first time, subscribe, give this video a like, give it a like. To those who are watching us outside of Kenya for the very, very first time, if you are watching us outside of Kenya for the very first time, drop a comment. Let us know from which part of the globe you are also watching us from. Drop a comment, please. Drop a comment. And to our fans in this YouTube channel, I'm very, very much humbled with the kind of support you are giving me in this YouTube channel by consistently, on a daily basis, giving these our videos likes, and also by dropping your comments on a daily basis. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, yes.